Welcome to a milk market tidbit for the July milk production report that USDA released yesterday afternoon. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones with Farm Institute, and I'm recording this Friday morning, August the 22nd. So the milk production report is our kind of first look at July, and we've got two more reports coming, which is the cold storage report that we get this afternoon, and then the dairy products report that we get on the 5th. So it's going to be about 2 weeks from now. So let's kind of start kind of with a big picture, and here are the numbers, and we'll kind of look at the revisions first. The major revision that USDA made was to increase cow numbers to 9,475, so the increase from about 6,000 cows. Now milk per cow came down just a touch. Overall production came up just a little bit, not enough to be significant. So now let's look at how the actuals kind of came in relative to the typicals. Again, anything in green for the typical is going to be, too high. So milk production per cow was very similar. Cow numbers came in just a little bit lower than the typical, but again, with this revision up, we kept that at 9.5, but it came in 9.48. Overall, on a daily basis, production was up 98.4%. And StoneX numbers were all a lot lower. They were thinking the herd wouldn't grow quite as much. And if we look at what USDA has done over time, usually about 98% of the previous month. So we came in a little bit higher than what the history would tell us, but we also did that last year also. This typical number was 98.5, which is what my estimate was. So we were well within my 0.5% of deviation there. The trade did not like this. This is what the futures look like after the settlement. Everything came down, September, October, November, in that 15, 18, 20 cent range. So again, this was a bit of a shock to the trade. Let's look at these numbers, and these cow numbers are just increasing exponentially. Since this little blip here, we're up 130,000, but if we go back a year ago, we're up about 150,000. So just a significant rise in cow numbers, almost as high as we were in 2023 when we hit this peak. So the question is, how high are we going to go before we start trending down? But again, the data would suggest that we've got about 0.73 replacements per cow. So as long as our slaughter rates are under 30%, we should continue to see these cow numbers come up. There's some evidence that this might be declining just a little bit, but again, that's because you add more cows, you need more heifers to keep that 0.73. So here's overall production, total pounds of milk. We kind of went up. We had 2 years of decline production, but we hit another record for July in this year. So again, this is a record amount of milk produced for July, and it came in above our expected number. Milk per cow is kind of the same thing. We had these 2 years of where we didn't set records, but once again, we set records again. So milk per cow is at a record high for July, and total production is a record high for July. So my prediction is fat on the agricultural prices will be about 4.13. That's down 6 ticks, and usually following what happens, the federal milk marketing order is pretty close. If we print that, we're going to be down month over month 3%, but this is the one that always scares us. We're going to be up 5% year over year, so significant increase in fat compared to a year ago. So this week we had the global dairy trade, which is slightly bearish. We had the advanced prices, milk production report, and the dairy slaughter, which slaughter was right at 51,000. And then this afternoon, we're going to get the cold storage report, which I will prepare a milk market tidbit for that.